Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and it is time to choose my reads for August. So first off, let me start by saying that July has gone really well for me so far. It is the 28th of July right now, so we're not quite at the end of the month yet, but I have read a total of 9 books, DNFing 1, and I've almost gotten through my TBR. So I didn't quite get there, but I was very close. So my first prompt for July was a new to me author, and for that one I read A Harvest of Hearts, and I finished that one and I gave it 3.5 stars. The next book I had was 500 plus pages, and for that one I chose House of Beating Wings. But I have not read that one yet, and I don't think that it's gonna happen before the end of the month, just with other things happening, and I'll just put that one back on my shelves for now, but that's okay. The next one that I had was Pinterest Chooses / Gifted, and for that one I read Watermoon by Samantha Sato Yambao, and I finished that one. I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely love that book. It was incredible. It was so imaginative and amazing, and I absolutely loved it. The next prompt that I had was 350 to 400 pages. For that one I read Strawberry Patch Pancake House. This is the 4th book in the series, but it's the first one that I'm reading, or that I read, and I finished that one. I really enjoyed it and I gave it 5 stars. Looking back on it, I think I'm gonna give it more of like a 4 to 4.5. There are a couple of things at the end that I didn't really care for as much, but overall I love that story and I had a great time reading it. And then last up, I had, for a library recommendation, I had Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I finished that one and I gave it 4 stars. Also, for my bonus jar polls for extra prompts, I had Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, which I have not read, but that's okay. I think that one would do better for me later on, like in the fall, just because of the premise of that book. And then I also had Ghost Station by S.A. Barnes. I did read this one, and unfortunately I only gave that one 3 stars. So I had really high expectations for that one, and while I did enjoy it, I think it took far too long for it to progress to the part where I was really interested and really invested in that book. So overall, I've done really well in July, and I'm really looking forward to what August has in store for me. So with that being said, I'm going to throw 5 times for this one, and then any prompt that I get for the second time overall on my list, keeping track, I will pull titles from my jar and have those as like my bonus picks to kind of choose from throughout the month. So we will pick those at the very end. I don't have anything else going on this month. School goes back here in the next couple of weeks for my kids, which is insane. Summer is almost over, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into that routine and start to have more of the fall vibes coming into this house. I'm really looking forward to it. And so yeah, with that being said, let's get into our first throw. Alright, so for my very first prompt, I got a 5-star prediction, and this one was a really easy choice for me. This is one that I got this weekend for my birthday, and that is The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. This is the follow-up book to The Spell Shop. Spell Shop was my top book of the year. This is my most anticipated book of 2025, and I cannot wait to start this book. I was really tempted to drop everything to read this book this weekend, and I thought, no, I need to wait. I need to wait. And I actually got 2 copies of this book. So this is the one that my husband bought for me, and he had it stashed away, but my sister also sent me a box from Amazon where she sent me a couple of books, and she got me this one as well. So I have 2 copies of this book, and not entirely sure what I'm gonna do about that yet, but what a terrible dilemma, right? To have 2 of the books that are my most anticipated books of the year. So I will be reading this one for my 5-star prediction. I almost guarantee it's going to be 5 stars. Everything I read by Sarah Beth Durst so far has been 5 stars. So I think this is a pretty easy win for me. right, so next up my prompt was a Marmy pick, and my sister and I have called our mom Marmy for as long as I can remember. We used to love watching Little Women when we were kids, and so we've always called her Marmy. And so I took a picture of 5 books to send to her. I had The Amalfi Curse, I had Scotch on the Rocks, I had The Third Rule of Time Travel, Spells, Strings, and Forgotten Things, and The Life Impossible by Matt Haig. Couldn't remember for a minute. But with looking at a couple, she narrowed it down to The Amalfi Curse or Spells, Strings, and Forgotten Things. And as I predicted, because this is actually her book that she loaned to me, she chose Spells, Strings, and Forgotten Things by Brienne Randall. I am excited to read this one. I really enjoyed the first book. My mom read this. She loved it. And so I'm really excited to read this one. And it says, a witch cursed with sacrificing memories to cast spells must decide how much she's willing to lose to save her town in this thrilling tale of magic, love, and self-discovery. Honestly, I don't really know anything about this book, but I'm okay with that. I feel like with this author, you don't really need to know. You know, it's going to be cozy and fun. Same with The Enchanted Greenhouse. This one is supposed to be kind of an exploration into the woman that created Kaz. Now, if you don't know, Kaz is the sentient spider plant from the spell shop. He's a fantastic character, one of my favorite characters of all time. And this is looking into the woman who created him and kind of where her life went and how things happened. So I'm really excited for this one too. But so anyways, back to Spells, Strings, and Forgotten Things. I don't really know anything about this one, but like I said, my mom read it, she really enjoyed it, and she loaned it to me so that way I could read it as well. And so, surprise, surprise, this is the one that she chose for a Marmy pick. Next up, I got a mood read, and after a lot of deliberation from all of my new books that I got for my birthday and all the books that I have on my shelves, the one I'm going to go with, I think, is going to be The Third Rule of Time Travel. This is by Philip Fracassi, and this one I actually heard of because it's from Orbit, and I actually got an email and stuff about this book. I requested an ARC of it and I didn't get it, but I've been wanting to try it ever since. So this is a book that's looking into time travel, and you can only go back in time in your own life. You can only go back for, I think it said like 90 seconds, and you can only observe. So that way nothing gets changed, nothing gets affected. But the creator of this is starting to learn that as she explores it more, things are starting to not add up correctly. And that's really all that I know about this. That's all the synopsis really gives you. And so I'm really excited to pick this one up. I love books about time travel. This says it's tense, fast-moving, surprising, and above all else, entertaining. So I think this is going to be really quick, but really, really fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to finally picking this book up. The next prompt that I got is gifted, and so like I said, my sister for my birthday sent me The Enchanted Greenhouse, but she also sent me A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, the much anticipated next book from Sangu Mandana. She wrote The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I read that book with my mom and my sister. We all absolutely loved it, gave it 5 stars, and now this book is finally out after being put off for like a year and a half, something like that. It was put off for a very, very long time. So now it's finally out. It is in my hands, and I'm so excited to read this book. I don't remember what it's about, and I don't really care, but I'm so excited to read it. And I love the little fox that's on the cover. It's so cute. I'm so excited to read this book. So this is going on for my gifted book. Very easy choice. And this whole TBR, honestly, I did not have any trouble finding books for any of these prompts because of all these books I'm so excited to get to. Alright, and last last but not least, I did get a standalone, and for that one is another one that I have been really, really looking forward to. I picked it up this weekend thanks to my husband. He took me to Barnes & Noble to get a bunch of books as birthday shopping, and one of them I got was The Poppy Fields. This is by Nikki Erlich. This is the second book that she's come out with, the first one being The Measure. The Measure was such an incredible story and look into just the way that people behave and what they would do in a very specific circumstance, and I loved that book so much, and I am really excited to read her next one. This one, it says, what if there were a cure for the brokenhearted? Welcome to the poppy fields, where there's hope for even the most battered hearts to heal. Here, in a remote stretch of the California desert, lies a controversial and experimental treatment center that allows those suffering from the heartache of loss to sleep through their pain and keep on sleeping. After patients awaken from this prolonged state of slumber, they will finally be healed, but only if they're willing to accept the potential shadowy side effect. On a journey to this mystical destination are 4 very different strangers and one little dog, Ava, a book illustrator, Ray, a fireman, Sasha, an occupational therapist, Sky, a free spirit, and a friendly pup named PJ. As they attempt to make their way from the Midwest all the way out to the poppy fields, where they hope to find Ellis, the center's brilliant, enigmatic founder. Each of their past secrets and mysterious motivations threatens to derail the voyage. A high-concept speculative novel about heartache, hope, and human resilience, The Poppy Fields explores the path of grief and healing, a journey at once profoundly universal and unique to every person, posing the questions, how do we heal in the wake of great loss, and how far are we willing to go in order to be healed? So this sounds like this book is going to be absolutely fantastic, and I'm really excited because I loved her writing in The Measure. Also, this book, underneath the desk jacket, I didn't realize this until right before I filmed this, but there's poppies on the cover. Not only is it this beautiful color, but we have the poppies on the cover, and then the end papers are the poppy fields. It's so stunning, and I absolutely love it. I'm so excited to read this book this month. Okay, so that was very quick and honestly very easy for me to choose my books this month. This is our stack. So we have The Poppy Fields, The Enchanted Greenhouse, Spells, Strings, and Forgotten Things, The Third Rule of Time Travel, and A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I think that it is extremely likely that I will finish all of these books. I'm hoping that they are all 5 stars, but now we have to choose from the jar. So as it turns out, 4 out of the 5 of these are ones that I'm getting for the second time, which means I will be pulling 4 slips of paper from the jar. The only one that isn't a second one was a Marmee pick. So that's tons of fun, but I'm really excited nonetheless. So I have all of my new books in here. So if we get one for a second time, we'll just call it a win and be able to double it up. But we will choose 4 slips of paper out of my jar. So here we go. Number 1. We'll go with a purple one. Twisted Love by Anna Wong. Okay. I actually have that one right here. So this is book 1. It says, he is a heart of ice, but for her, he'd burn the world. So it says, you are the light to my dark sunshine. Without you, I'm lost. Alex Volkov is a devil blessed with the face of an angel and cursed with a past he can't escape. Driven by a tragedy that has haunted him for most of his life, his ruthless pursuits for success and vengeance leave little room for matters of the heart. But when he's forced to look after his best friend's sister, he starts to feel something in his chest. A crack, a melt, a fire that could end this world as he knew it. Ava Chen is a free spirit trapped by nightmares of a childhood she can't remember. But despite her broken past, she's never stopped seeing the beauty in the world, including the heart beneath the icy exterior of a man she shouldn't want. Her brother's best friend, her neighbor, her savior, and her downfall. Theirs is a love that was never supposed to happen, but when it does, it unleashes secrets that could destroy them both and everything they hold dear. So it sounds good. I've heard really good things about this book. I've heard mixed things about this book, but it's one that I see and I instantly recognize, and I got this at a little free library, so I'm really interested to try it out and see what I think of it. I've never read anything from this author before either, so I don't know if I'll vibe with it or not, but I'm excited to add it on. All right, pick number 2. Let's go with an orange one this time. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Apparently this is gonna be the month for romance. So let me, actually I'll pull the slips first and then I'll go grab them. So Love in Other Words. Number 3. Got another purple. Deepest Blue by Sarah Beth Durst. Oh my god, I'm so excited to read this. Deepest Blue is a spin-off in the same world as her Queens of Renthia series. I didn't even know it existed, and then I just happened to see it on Pango and instantly bought it, and I'm so excited to read it. So that is perfect. So we're gonna have 2 Sarah Beth Durst books and one more. Oops, this one fell out. So we're gonna go with this one. It is a red one. Timeline by Michael Crichton. All right, I guess we are doing another one that plays with time travel. This book is people that go back to like medieval times. I don't know a whole lot about it. My husband and I watched a movie called Timeline that had the guy from Fast and the Furious, Paul Walker, had Paul Walker in it. And I don't know if it was connected or not, but it definitely seemed like that vibe, which made me even more interested in reading this book. So let me grab all of these books and then we can talk about them a little bit more and I can give you the synopses. So we have Love in Other Words, Deepest Blue, and Timeline. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we have Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This one, it says it's a dynamic love story will restore anyone's faith in love. Macy Sorensen is settling into an ambitious, if emotionally tepid routine. Work hard as new pediatrics resident, plan her wedding to an older, financially secure man, keep her head down and heart tucked away. But when she runs into Elliot Petropoulos, the first and only love of her life, the careful bubble she's constructed begins to dissolve. Once upon a time, Elliot was Macy's entire world, growing from her gangly, bookish friend into the man who coaxed her heart open again, only to break it on the very night he declared his love for her. Told in alternating timelines between then and now, teenage Elliot and Macy grow from friends to much more, spending weekends and lazy summers together in a house outside San Francisco, devouring books, sharing favorite words, and talking through their growing pains and triumphs. As adults, they have become strangers to one another until their chance reunion. Although their memories are obscured by the agony of what happened that night so many years ago, Elliot will come to understand the truth behind Macy's decade-long silence, and will have to overcome the past and himself to revive her faith in the possibility of an all-consuming love. So this sounds really good, and it's been a hot minute since I read anything by Christina Lauren, and I've loved their books so far. So I'm excited to get to this one. Next we have The Deepest Blue. I'm so excited for this book. It's so gorgeous too. It says the natural magic of the classic Island of the Blue Dolphins meets the danger and courage of the Hunger Games in this dazzling, intricate, standalone fantasy novel set in award-winning author Sarah Beth Durst's beloved world of Renthia. Life is precious and precarious on the islands of Feline. Besieged by a capricious ocean full of malicious spirits, the people of the islands seek joy where they can. Mayara, one of the island's fearless oyster divers, has found happiness and love, but on the day of her wedding to the artist Kilo, a spirit-driven storm hits the island with deadly force. To save her loved ones, Mayara reveals a dangerous secret. She has the power to control the spirits. When the storm ends, she is taken into custody by the Queen's soldiers and imprisoned with other women like her. They vary in age and social status, but to many they are heroes who will aid the country or witches who will sacrifice themselves trying. No matter who they are, the women are sent out to a terrifying place, an island filled with bloodthirsty nature spirits, and left without food, water, shelter, or any tools except their own instincts and magic. Whoever survives the island of testing will be declared heirs to the Queen, but no matter if she wins or loses, Mayara knows that the life she dreamed of is gone. So this sounds so amazing. I already love this world. I already love her writing. I already think that the spirits are so incredibly interesting. And so I'm thrilled that I'll be able to pick this book up this month and fit it in somewhere. And then we have Timeline by Michael Crichton. This book is really intimidating for me. So it says, Michael Crichton's new novel opens on the threshold of the 21st century. In a world of exploding advances in the frontiers of technology, information moves instantly between 2 points without wires or networks. Computers are built from single molecules. Any moment of the past can be actualized, and a group of historians can enter, literally, life in 14th century feudal France. Imagine the risks of such a journey. Not since Jurassic Park has Michael Crichton given us such a magnificent adventure. Here he combines a science of the future, the emerging field of quantum technology, and the complex realities of the medieval past. In a heart-stopping narrative, Timeline carries us into a realm of unexpected suspense and danger, overturning our most basic ideas of what is possible. So it sounds good, but it doesn't give you much. So I'm very intimidated, but I am really excited to try this. I haven't read anything by Michael Crichton for quite a while, and so I'm curious to see if I enjoy this one, because I've had some wins and I've had some misses from him, so I'm really curious to try it out. So all that being said, this is our stack for August. I think that without a doubt I'll be able to finish my initial TBR picks, but the other 4, we'll see. I think it's definitely possible. Do you think I'll be able to read all these? Have you read any of these? Which of these ones are you most excited about if you haven't read them yet? If there are any videos that you would like to see from me, including these, please let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.